This baby was born worth $10 billion, but when the nurse washed him, she found that the baby was not breathing. The nurse was afraid that the baby's rich father would blame her, so she rushed to call the doctor. Unexpectedly, the rich man's butler was holding the phone. She had no choice but to tell him what happened, but as soon as the nurse dialed the phone, the butler cut her off. It turns out, the butler's wife had just given birth to a baby. In order to repay the rich man's favor, he was willing to use his newborn son to replace the dead baby. Before the nurse could wake up from her surprise, the butler had already brought his own son to the hospital room and swapped the two babies, but as soon as they stepped out of the ward, the sky suddenly flashed with lightning and thunder. The baby in his arms miraculously survived. The nurse was so happy that she wanted to switch back, but the housekeeper grabbed the baby, warned her not to ruin his good deed. It turned out that the butler was not trying to repay the rich man's favor. He wanted his son to become a member of the rich family, to inherit the billionaire's fortune. He's been poor all his life. How could he let go of such a good opportunity? But the nurse didn't want him to succeed, wanted to take back the baby, but the butler pushed her off a building and left her in a vegetative state. The tycoon didn't know anything about it. They left the hospital in a luxury car with the baby in their arms. At the same time, the butler also took away the tycoon's son in a tricycle. Thus the fate of the two babies changed forever.